Hey guys, so we're gonna go over our defenders here. This is our U10 Stallions game. We got Rico and Elijah here. Ball's over here right now. Elijah or Daniel or Rico, whoever's gonna be our defense. We've got to be paying attention to our zone, which means like this area, area that he's guarding. Rico, you need to be watching your zone. So right now you have two guys in your zone, right? But you see Elijah's closer to this guy, so this would be Elijah's guy to cover. And this guy here would be your guy to cover. Alright, so Elijah, what you should be doing is you should be doing one of two things on defense. You should either be open for that pass back so that we can pass it up somewhere else, or you should be covering him. Depending on what's happening with that ball, who has the ball, and it can literally Lucas could have the ball and this other kid could kick it really hard and it comes to this guy. So we just got to be constantly wearing. But also Rico and Elijah, you guys got to be talking and just know what to do. So Rico here, if this guy ends up getting the ball, you should be letting Elijah get the ball. You should be covering this guy. So if he gets the ball, you're backing up, watching this guy. You don't run up to him. You just keep the zone covered. So you're backing up. So if this guy gets around Elijah, now you're the next man to come up to him. But you can't just go straight to him, because if Elijah goes to him, you go to him. If he goes around both of you, then now he's got a straight line for the goal. Okay. So let's see what happens here. So in fact, right now their team has the ball. So Elijah, you are doing probably pretty good here, saying here, because this guy would have, you end up having three guys to cover. So this guy would have, either could have took the ball to you or pass. So you did a good spot to come here. And now Rico, as soon as you're seeing Elijah coming to that guy, you need to back up to give him support. So if that guy gets past him. In fact, see, so if you would have backed up, now he passed again. Now he's got this guy over here running with the ball. So if you would have backed up, you would have been that second man. Really would have been a tough pass. Good thing Gavin gets front. And this here is exactly why we don't bunch up. I'm going to go back 5 seconds. So right here, once you see it stop, instead of walking up to Elijah here, Rico, or any other defender, Daniel or Elijah, if Rico's up there, the guy with the ball, we don't walk up to him, then help out. You're a defender, so get back. You've got Gavin right here, so you should be back behind him. Let him to get back to this guy. Gavin should be coming back to him, and then that would leave Rico with one guy. But let's see. So instead, you come up to him. You see Elijah's right there, Rico. Let him have the ball, so you're the second man. See how Gavin's staying back here? Really, Gavin should be coming over here, and you should be dropping back. Instead, they're able to get the ball. Gets out to this guy. Second, I think. Gonna get a shot on goal. That's pretty close. Alright, this actually just follows right back after where they got the ball. Elijah, where's the ball at? It's over here. So Rico, you need to be getting up here, getting ready to cover that man. And Elijah, now you're the man backing up here, because you're the second man on that side. But now that Rico was staying back instead of getting up in position, now you guys are both going to come up and cause a problem. So Rico, right here, you see Elijah's got him. You stay back here, because now you're covering this guy, and possibly this other guy over here if you back up a little more. Just watch what happens with the ball and make that pass, because you weren't paying attention to him. You're just watching the ball. That's not what we do as a defender. Watch for the pass too. And then now we'll come up here against shot and goal. Whoa. That would have been a penalty kick there, Rico. You were pushing him to the side. That was okay. You can stick your arm out too. Like stick your arm out in front like you're almost flying like Superman. And then you can kind of use that to push him off to the side. But when you fall and then trip him, then that's a foul. Alright, here's one thing we can't be doing here. Rico or Daniel or Elijah, whoever's on this other side, when the ball's not going this side, we've got two guys over here that are being left wide open. Rico's going to follow the ball. Remember, we don't follow the ball. We play positioning on defense, okay? So we have to position our body to make sure that we can be in between the ball and this other guy. Remember, Rico, on that other video, it's a funnel, right? So you're able here to be right here, so you can stop, come this way or come this way as needed. So, and let's say you come here and stand here, and let's say this guy gets around, everyone has the ball, and he's running towards the goal, and this guy's running towards the goal. You can, instead of deciding to go to this guy and then he passes, you can also move back some so you get a little bit closer, and then you can make the decision on who to block. So that's why we're doing those running backwards, so you can run backwards. All right, so here we go. What happens is you just so happen to get lucky to stop that ball because he did a bad pass. Had he have done a good pass wide of you, this would have been a solo man, one shot on goal. So make sure we're paying attention. And when we move up, boys, we move up only because where the other team is at. Okay, if the ball's on this other side and these guys are right here, don't get in front of them, letting them be behind you, having an open shot to goal. Stay right here. You know, Elijah can step up. Rico, you can be back on this side, or vice versa, wherever the person's at.
There you go. Here we go, Rico.
Alright, so we just put Roger and Elijah in. This is really bad positioning on defense. Elijah, if you see that, you got the experience. Tell them to move over. Roger should be way over here, and Elijah, you should be pinching in. I can't, unless that's one of their teammates. If they're all over here, Elijah, you would be more over here. Roger would be over here to get that pass, if you need to get that pass, or to block them. Okay. Where Elijah's telling Roger to move over. Roger, if he's telling you, listen to him. He knows where to be at, but watch the ball as you're moving over. This guy now, it's a really bad position because now this guy is wide open. Roger, you need to be back over here. Elijah, when you're seeing this, you got to back up too, because you can't let that man be behind you guys. This is for our offense, but we gotta have them running back, not letting them come back here. Let's get. So here, Roger had just kicked the ball. They did a bad pass and kicked it up right here. Right now, Roger, you still got to be watching this other man. So what happens is they get the ball again and kick it up there, and instead of being wide, ready for to cover this guy, Elijah, again, you got to, if Roger's right here, back up some, because they've got guys that are going to try to pass him to.
Pass it up, man. Get up there, Michael. Get up there.
Try to get a pass up. Bad. Our other teammates, Dominic, you should have already been back here covering this guy. Just lucky he's got back control, and then he turned that ball into our defenders. He should have just kept going and shooting. That's what we're teaching our boys. Alright, so here I actually say something to Roger, but I was talking to Elijah. Alright, so Dominic, good. Elijah, we have Lucas open here. We have John, we got Dawson. So right now this should be, look at them, they got 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 2 people back here. Elijah, I don't need you dribbling the ball anywhere. I need you getting the ball out of here. So right now it should be pass to Lucas. Lucas should be going up there, passing to Dawson. Dawson should be moving up towards the goal. This guy's going to come to Lucas, and that's why Lucas will have a nice pass to Dawson. But instead, you're just dribbling up, and what happens? This guy comes behind you. You should not have carried this ball up there. It should have already been long gone. Lucas is yelling at you to pass.
There you go. Pass it up.
So I say, Roger, Michael. I say, Elijah, what are you doing? Why don't you pass it out of there? Alright, so if man's on, that's when we get rid of the ball, guys. Let's keep in possession. If Lucas is calling for you, Elijah, get it out of there. That's the whole point of pass back to you. You pass back up. Alright, I don't need you dribbling it away from people. Just get, and Dominic, next time, don't run next to Elijah. You need to run in front of him so that you give him something to pass through. I don't want him passing the guy standing right next to him. I need need you to get up there open. And then if you would have kept going, Lucas would have been going with the ball if Elijah passed to Lucas. And if the guy ended up going to Dawson or Lucas, you would have been next to him to get that goal. All right, here's one thing on our defense. So now we've got some of our offense up here. Roger and Rico right here. The ball's right here. What we need to be doing is if our offense is right there, never standing this close, we got to go ahead and start dropping. Rico, you always got to be scanning. Rico, Elijah, Daniel, just be looking for their team where they might get past to, and you've got all the space. You're standing at half. You got plenty of space to go ahead and drop back. Now, if it's just a one person running with the ball towards you, that's the time I don't want you to back up. I want you to contain them, get them out, and then get the ball when you can, okay? But when it's a whole group of people and you got open guys, that's when it's time to go ahead and drop back here. So right here, play it. Elijah, you're moving up. Oh, I think I. Right, now you got, I think, Elijah right there. Mid. This is when you, instead of running, following the ball around, we're defense. We need to come back here, be the second line. We've already seen we've got two offenders. We got our offense. We got Elijah. We got Dominic. So let's be our defense. So instead, right now they're getting the ball. They're going to pass it up and then get a goal right here. Bray does do a bad job doing goalie. He thought he was shooting this way, but Bray was right in the center and should have stayed on that side. But either way, we got to make sure we're dropping back, okay? We're second line. Our defense is our second line, so let's not try to bunch up with our front line if they are right there at your same level. Back up first. Right here, so this is where we got to be watching these guys. I don't know what Lucas was doing there, Rico. He went to the ball. It would have been good if there wasn't a guy behind you. That should have been Lucas. We just put him in here to let Elijah play forward. Let's see. So let's go from this back. Here, Rico, you got to be watching for the man behind you. And you can't run up to this guy if he's got the ball when he's back there because he's just going to pass him right to him. So next time if this happens, you get this guy here, just go ahead and be it back. Be second man. You got a teammate right there, so you're not being defense at all. If that ball would have passed to him, we would have had no defense whatsoever. That guy would have just brought it to shoot to the ball. So remember, let's be the second line first. Okay, not the first line first. Right here, this guy comes up. We gotta always keep that pass in mind. So we gotta be backing up. Right now, neither of you guys even know that this guy's back here. So we gotta be paying attention and looking back behind us. Right now, Rico, you should be running back here. Lucas should have already been over there. But Rico, you should be back behind this guy waiting for his pass. Because right now, if he would have got that pass at any time in front of you, you literally couldn't do nothing. The ball, if he would have passed it, bam, this guy, all he's got to do is take one touch on the ball and then shoot.
Sebastian, start the ball control.
Here, Rico, you're going to be tough right here. This is perfect. All right. Now, arm, see how that you put that arm forward? Keep going. Just one thing is you gotta be careful. As soon as you go from behind us and hit his butt, that's when it can be a foul. Thankfully he didn't fall or nothing, so that's no foul. Good job. Again, right now, look where you're at here, Rico. Immediately after we make a play, we gotta get our head back in the game. Because right now, ball's over here. You're over on this side right now. You're not being a defender at all. We gotta be ready here for this guy or for this guy. So your spot should be over here or kind of guarding him. Lucas is your other defender. So you did great using your body, getting him. Then immediately run back here because we got guys back here. Remember, we're not the first line. This is your first line. These three guys, these two, yeah. Lucas should also be back here being a defender. Because look, if Lucas didn't just so happen to be in the right space at the right time, that ball was coming up to him for a shot on goal, and you're over here. Again, Lucas should have been back behind here, guarding him, ready for that pass, and then cutting in front of him to kick it out of there.
Michael, hurry up. Right side.
This is when Dawson should have saw Lucas and then backed up himself instead of running to the ball. All right, so this is after a penalty kick, what's called a free kick. So right now, all their other players should be up here. Lucas right now is supposed to be in defense, so he should be back here. Rico, you also want to be back here, because they're going to try to play that ball through, and he's going to try to come up here, and he's going to try to crash in. So let's see what happens. Two passes. Gavin's down, so see, they're already coming in here. So right here, Rico, Elijah, Daniel, anyone on this side, you should be coming, instead of coming over to the ball where your other defender's at, support him, right? We're helping each other out. So you would come back further here to watch out for this guy with the pass. And Lucas overshoots it, so if you were already back here, you'd be ready to stop this guy and come in just like you are. But I thought you were coming much further over there when I saw just your body movement. So that's good. You stopped him, Lucas. He's not normally a defender, but whoever would be over here, Elijah, Daniel, you got to come back here as soon as you see your other defender. Come, don't stand there and watch what they're doing. This is your prime time. This is your hustle time. The ball's in this zone. You guys have to run back and help. Now that he's at the guy with the ball, you got to come back and defend him.
Go ahead, boys. Get it. Fight. There you go. Run it down.
Clear, and Tegan should have been moving up sooner. As soon as we get the ball back, our offense needs to be moving up. So look for that pass up to them. All right, so right now the ball's going. Gavin's trying to call it, but you did good, Rico. You were going to be closer to it, and no people attacking. Let's say this guy was able to get there with Gavin to the ball. That's when you would back up and let him take it. But here, when you're coming there, it's actually going to be out on them if you let it roll out. But we're actually pretty far. But here, you gotta get control the ball first. You see that defender is way far from you, so now all you gotta do is get 1 foot on the ball, slow it down, and then pass up. Instead, you try to kill it here, and then you kick it right out of bounds, giving them the ball this close to a goal. This is not anything we want to happen. You're facing that way, so your kick it's going to be going that way. You might be, when you get better, you can be facing that way and kick it, right the way you want to, but not right now. So we got to make sure we play smart soccer. But yeah, now that you kicked it out here, so all of their players are over on this side, and then watch where you go to set up for defense. We've got our 2 players, and here you're standing right next to them. Your defense, you need to be backing up here. You should not be ever standing next to them on a throw-in. So Rico or Elijah hopefully is watching these people right here. That's their defender, so he doesn't have to worry about him. Roger should be way over here helping to guard this guy in case they get the ball. If not, also, ready to take it up. See, you did move up better, so that was a better position there. When you were way over here wide, he can't throw the ball to himself and go in, so there's no one else for him to take it to. So when you're standing over here, if the ball is able to get to here, they're taking the ball this way, and you're trying to make up distance to get over. starting to move over closer. That's good, but I would still be even a little bit further back here. Now they're making this play, so now that's when good job. Yeah, you move when you saw them. And again, both of you guys don't be back here. Once one of you guys are here, we don't both try to stay here, kick for the ball. If you're the guy right behind him, back up, back up. Make sure we still have a defense back there. All right, now we got the ball out of here. We're not watching the guy behind. That's calling for the ball. He's standing there with his hand up, telling him, "Say, come on, pass me. I'm behind all of them." Okay. So here I'm yelling at you guys, telling, "Why is there a guy behind you? Come on. You cannot be. You're getting up here, being an offense."
Get it out. Pick that up. Hear me? You gotta pick that up.
That was really bad here, guys. So come on, this is where we got to be a defense, and we should not be that close. We're right here. Elijah's sitting right next behind Lucas. All right. Remember, we're starting to back up here. If they're all jumbled up, let's back up and be ready to stop them. Yeah, don't back up all the way to the goal, but you guys are near the half, so you guys can back up some. Roger's still staying there too. He's not helping out, but I didn't even notice that. So make sure, guys, we got to be backing up. We got to be in the right position. You know, not too far back, just enough that if the ball gets past him, you're not in the wrong spot where this guy's able to bring it out and around. Let's hit play. He hits it up. Guys ready? That's good. Right now, Brady did good trying to come up to him. And now right here, we got this ball. Rico, that could have been your ball to hurry up and get out of there, but definitely, we're at the goal, so you need to make sure you get control of it and take it away. Also, Bray was right there. We want him on first. He could have jumped on the ball, but instead he takes it to kick it out. So if you can, Rico, just get up there and stop it. Sometimes, but not then. When that defender was right there, because that could have been bad. If you would have stopped it and he ran up there, kick it right to the goal,
Pick that up.
Alright, so here is another time our defenders are up here with our attackers. So, Rico, you should be back here. Elijah, you should be back over here. Daniel, same thing. The reason why this guy is over here on this side wide open is because Roger is not in his spot. He should be over here covering this guy so that you guys can be back some more. So do try to watch out for guys that aren't paying attention. Tegan and Roger don't have the experience. So sometimes they go to the wrong spot. So just make sure that you guys, I'm sorry I did not see him over there. Why he wasn't over there. But yeah, just make sure again, positioning not on top of the other guys. If this ball, you're facing the wrong way, if this ball gets thrown past you, they will notice it's going past them just before you will. So they're already going to be turning around half a second before you will notice the ball's coming behind you. So in that time, they can be already at the same level as you as you're turning around. So then they're going to be in front of you, taking that ball to the goal. So that's why we gotta be ready, be on our toes, ready to move back. And I don't mean turn around and run back. I mean, if you see the ball coming to you or come on this way, do your step backs just like we were running the other day. All right, so here it comes. See, because you guys were in wrong positioning and you stepped up, I think Rico stepped up first. All right. Just because Lucas was too close. All right, now Elijah's coming up to him and then leaving the other guy wide open. All right, next time, instead of that, Elijah, if you see it moving and coming that way, we just need to come back here to, again, be the second line, not try to be the first line. This ball's bouncing. There's a guy here at the ball. you should be still coming back this way to help guard. And he doesn't pass over. They're getting some balls, so if you're already here, you're already ready to start containing him properly and getting him pushed out of there. If he was just a little bit better shooter, that would have been an easy goal. Alright, so here, Rico, you go too far. Again, remember, we don't want to be at the same line as our other guys. I know you end up getting this ball stopped, but it does not matter. We'd rather not be in the wrong spot at the wrong time. I'm glad of how much you attacked it right here, but I'd rather you do that when only if you're further back here. Good job doing that. But now watch what happens. Now you're out of space. There's still a guy in the center wide open. It's too far up. Goes right past. And then this kid, for some reason, kicks it the wrong way. But he's got the ball. He thinks he's passing, I guess. And I think we're able to turn it around here. Oh. Alright, so Elijah, you're doing good right here. You're following this guy that's trying to say he's open. I'd rather you be just behind him a little bit. That way, if the ball comes to this side, you're able to react. If right now, if the ball comes on this side, yeah, you're covering him. But if the ball comes this way, he can be turning up and going away from you pretty quickly. So stay behind him, and then yes, let's say they pass the ball there. You want to cut him off and step in front of him and kick it out, back out. But let's see what happens here. So Elijah, here the ball starts going this way. You have Rico on this side. You have a guy that's going to be open for a pass. So don't be just chasing the ball, guys. Remember, you're a team. Count on your team. Pay attention to where your teammates are at. This is not just you out on the soccer field. So you got to be looking at the ball, look over, say, where's Roger? Where's Rico? Where's Daniel? Where's our other defenders? Okay, should I be coming to this ball? Oh, nope, I see Rico's right over there, so I need to stay and maintain this guy. But instead, now we're getting pinched up, and this guy, again, can have that through ball. And Rico, same thing, you got to watch out for this guy, too. So you're watching the ball, good. You're watching this guy, and now we're getting dangerously close to being right on top of our other teammates. Alright, so we're going to go over a couple other things. Remember, so this guy was behind you, Rico, so you got to be watching for him moving back. Now you have your teammate running for the ball. You don't need to be running for the ball also, Rico. As a defender, Elijah, Daniel, you need to be coming back, okay? One, you're going to give him someone to pass to if he needs to right there. But also, you're going to be a defender like you should be to be second on the ball. So what's going to happen is Gavin's calling it because he's closer, which is good. But Gavin, if he was closer, you need to let your defense have it. So right now, this guy gets to Gavin before you can get back here. And then, so right now, Rico, you should still be coming back here in case this guy takes the ball. You're watching that guy too. Elijah, you need to get back there too. And what ends up happening? They pass over to that side. Passes to him, and Rico, now you're up there following him while Gavin's up there. It's okay because now you've got too many people, so yes, you need to help out too. But let's see what happens now, Elijah. As this is happening, you would be trying to watch out. You got to keep your eyes open for all sides. And if Rico's the one going for the man for the ball, then you need to back up some, let him take it. In fact, if you were a little bit further back, you would have a little bit more time on the ball to get a good, better pass to someone else that wasn't right. That wasn't someone on the other team. All right, so right here, again, we're moving over here. All Alright, we gotta be watching this wide man. So right now you're fine. But now, when I say right now, the ball's coming over this side. So you're kind of closing the distance on that side. That's fine right now because you're kind of in this funnel position, right? But as soon as the ball starts moving back here, you need to now switch between this funnel, okay? And so watch what happens. The ball gets kicked over to that side. So now you need to be starting pushing over here. There's only this guy, that guy, and him. So Elijah has no one on this side but here. So he should be pinching over. You should be moving over. And then what ends up happening is he's a wide open pass. So if you were already further over on that side, you probably could have closed the distance to that ball or got to him at the same time. And instead, so right now you see John on it. So instead of going to the guy with the ball, I would back up one step, okay? Because he doesn't have another open guy here, but you do have this guy. So if you come to here, if this guy gets this pass, he's coming through. And then he gets around John, just passing sideways. And again, if you were back here, Elijah may have been felt more better to be the one running to that ball first because he would have been in the better position. As soon as that stop is, you start watching him, but we gotta still be scanning the zones, saying, hey, is this guy still behind me? Is he still gonna be open? If so, I need to back up, not stay up too far forward. Missed the goal. Alright, so right now we got Elijah and Roger as defenders. So Roger's all the way up here by our front line when any one of these guys can take the ball. Right now Roger should be back here. Elijah's in a good spot for him to help cover on this side. So this is a goal kick. Bray's taking it. And then here we go. Show you a good time that Elijah's going to kind of cover off, keep this guy covered. He's cutting off the pass. So he tries to go first. Now Elijah, you should be coming back here. You got two guys that are going to be open, which you're watching and you're stepping back, but you need to keep moving backwards. I don't know what you must be asking Coach Colby something, but in the game, unless the ref blows a whistle, we gotta stay focused on the ball. All right, so now you're coming back here, which is good. You got the guy's gonna try to make a pass. You press the first guy, perfect. You know, Roger should have been back here. Roger, you gotta be behind your other line. Lucas was there, Tegan was over there. And now you come to the first guy and get him, and just by containing him, that's what I'm talking about. He loses control of the ball. Okay, we don't just need to try to kick in. First contain. If you can kick the ball because they lose control of it, then do it like that right there. If you were right there to kick that ball out, he lost control. He cannot move it at all. So if you try to kick into it, it's too far from him from being able to touch. So you're going to be able to kick it away. And now once he gets to here, it's close enough that if you try to lean in, he may kick it just like that before you can even get to the ball. So now all you did is got up there. You put your leg in front of for a shot down goal. You got your leg in front of it. Right now he's not making a goal anywhere, and Bray's on this side. He's a little too far sideways because if he did do a far shot, there's no way Bray could have saved it if your legs weren't there. So good job. So what happens is, I don't even know if he gets a shot off. He just gets scared and then he comes out this way. And now, Elijah, you're doing a great job cutting off his shot or past his teammate. Bray's already over here. So right now, here you're just running diagonally. So if there was a pass, you're going to be able to try to stop it here. The shot on goal, I think. He stops it if I remember. Or no, not yet. So Roger, right now you're defense. You should be moving, helping out your team. But right now you're standing there watching.